What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we cover everything BMW. Reviews, rankings, history, deep dives into the cars that made BMW the performance brand we know today. Hit subscribe if that sounds like your thing. Today we're doing something ambitious. Every BMW M car ever built, ranked from worst to best. All 15 major production M cars going head to head, from the ones that shouldn't have worn the badge to the absolute legends that define the M division. Before we start, 3 quick ground rules. First, we're ranking based on driving experience, engine character, design, and lasting legacy, not just horsepower numbers. Second, we're excluding track special editions and one-off variants. If we included every CS, CSL, GTS, and race special, we'd be here for 2 hours. Third, and most importantly, your favorite is probably going to be too low, so save some anger for the comments. Ready? Let's get into it. Starting at the bottom, number 15, the BMW X6M. Look, I don't hate SUV M cars on principle. Fast SUVs have their place. But the X6M was BMW admitting that image mattered more than driving purity. Yes, the twin-turbo V8 sounds incredible. Yes, it's genuinely fast, hitting 60 in under 4 seconds. Yes, on paper the numbers are impressive. But strap an M badge onto a 2.5-ton coupe SUV, and you've fundamentally misunderstood what the M badge is supposed to mean. The X6M was the moment M started chasing money over soul, and the sales numbers proved that decision right for BMW. But for enthusiasts, it's the beginning of the M division losing its way. Number 14. The BMW M6 Gran Coupe. Beautiful car, genuinely stunning to look at. Absolutely brutal off the line thanks to the S63 twin-turbo V8, and completely, utterly pointless. The M6 Gran Coupe was BMW trying to sell you a four-door that couldn't decide if it was a Grand Tourer or a sports sedan, and ended up being neither. If you wanted comfort, the M5 was better. If you wanted style, the two-door M6 was better. The Gran Coupe existed in an awkward middle space where nobody actually needed it. Great engine, forgettable car, and one that's already fading from the collective memory. Number 13, the BMW X5M, the car that started the SUV M trend back in 2009. Slightly better than the X6M because at least it looked like an SUV instead of a confused hatchback with an identity crisis. Same twin-turbo V8, same absurd power, same fundamental problem. It's an SUV pretending to be a sports car. The M division should be building driver's cars, not tuning up family haulers. But the market wanted fast SUVs, so BMW built them. And the M division has never been quite the same since. Number 12, the BMW M8. This is where things get controversial. The M8 is objectively spectacular. Ridiculous power, gorgeous interior, technology from 10 years in the future. It's also over 4,300 pounds of luxury cruiser pretending to be a sports car. It never feels light on its feet the way a proper M car should. When you push it hard, you can feel every one of those pounds. The M8 is a fantastic Grand Tourer with an M badge on it, but Grand Touring isn't what M is supposed to be about, so down the list it goes. Number 11. The BMW M2 Coupe, first generation. And here we start getting to cars I actually really respect. The F87 M2 was BMW's response to fans who had been begging for a small, focused, back-to-basics M car. And it mostly delivered. It was lighter than an M4, simpler, more direct. But the styling was tame compared to what it should have been, and while the engine was strong, it lacked the character of a proper M engine. It was a very good sports car. It just wasn't a truly great M car. The M2 competition and CS versions fixed most of these problems, but the original F87 sits here at number 11. Number 10, the BMW M6, third generation. The F13 M6 was a technical masterpiece when it launched. Twin-turbo V8 making over 550 horsepower. Enough technology to fly to the moon, interior that felt like the future, but it also weighed nearly 2 tons, and it felt more like a luxury cruiser than a true M car. When you drove it hard, it was fast in the way a train is fast. Powerful, unstoppable, but not really engaging. Fast, yes. Emotional, not really. And that's not what M cars should be. Number 9. The BMW M5 6th generation. The F90 M5 is the fastest M5 ever made by a significant margin. Over 600 horsepower in the competition version, all-wheel drive, 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds. It's genuinely one of the fastest sedans ever built, and that's exactly the problem. It's so capable, so refined, so easy to drive fast, that it's lost some of the raw character the M5 used to have. It's a supercar sedan. Impressive, but impressive in the same way modern hypercars are impressive. You appreciate it more than you enjoy it. Older M5S made you feel like a hero. The F90 makes you feel like a passenger in your own car. Number 8. The BMW M Coupe. Now we're getting into the good stuff. The 1M was BMW's raw, aggressive, limited production hooligan. Only 6,300 units were built worldwide. It had a twin-turbo inline-six making 335 horsepower. A 6-speed manual transmission was standard, and it looked absolutely mean. With those aggressive flares and stubby proportions, the 1M was BMW proving they could still build a small, angry, fun M car when they wanted to. It's a future classic. Prices are already climbing steadily. If you can find a clean one, buy it because they're only going up. Number 7. The BMW M4, current generation. The G82 M4 divides opinions like no car in BMW history. The grille alone has spawned 1,000 internet arguments. But the car underneath that grille is spectacular. The S58 twin-turbo inline-six is a monster of an engine, making 503 horsepower in competition trim. The chassis is razor-sharp, and the CSL version is one of the most focused, driver-focused M cars ever built. Yes, the styling is polarizing. Yes, the weight has crept up again. But drive one, and you'll understand why it belongs in the top 10. It's a serious performance machine. Number 6. The BMW M3, first generation. The E30 M3, where the entire M3 legend began. Homologated for touring car racing, the E30 M3 was a purpose-built weapon that just happened to be street legal. The high-revving 4-cylinder S14 engine. The boxy flares that everyone tries to imitate today. The pure, analog, unfiltered driving experience. This is the car that created the M legend. Without the E30 M3, there is no E46, no E92, none of it. It's a foundational car, and prices reflect that. Clean E30 M3s regularly sell for over $100,000 now. Number 5. The BMW M5 third generation. The E39 M5. Ask any BMW purist which M5 is the peak, and they'll tell you it's the E39. 400 horsepower naturally aspirated V8. 6-speed manual transmission standard. Understated styling that only enthusiasts recognized. And a chassis that could embarrass sports cars costing twice as much. The E39 M5 looked like a regular 5 Series to anyone who didn't know better. It drove like a proper supercar. That contrast is what made it special. It's the definitive sleeper sedan. Number 4, the BMW M3, 4th generation, the E92 M3, the last V8 M3. And what a V8 it was. The S65 4-liter naturally aspirated engine revved to 8,300 revolutions per minute. That's Formula One territory. High revving, naturally aspirated, and sounding like a small block race car when you wound it out. The E92 M3 was the peak of naturally aspirated M cars, and we will never see another one like it. Emissions regulations killed naturally aspirated performance engines. The E92 is the end of an era, and it deserves to be remembered as one of the greatest M cars ever made. Number 3. The BMW M5 second generation. The E34 M5. Hand-built. Nearly every car was unique because they were individually assembled by hand. Individually built engines. Custom paint options that ranged from tasteful to absolutely wild. This was the last true hand-built M5, and it represents everything the M division used to stand for. Small production numbers, obsessive attention to detail. Cars built for enthusiasts, not for volume. The E34 M5 is a time capsule from a different era of BMW. Number 2. The BMW M3, third generation. The E46 M3. If you had to define in physical form what a modern M car should feel like, you would point directly at the E46 M3. 3.2-liter naturally aspirated inline-six. 6-speed manual transmission. Perfect steering feel. Perfect chassis balance. Perfect proportions. It's the car every subsequent M3 has been measured against, and none have truly surpassed it. Drive an E46 M3 today, and you'll immediately understand why enthusiasts worship this car 2 decades after it launched. It's not the fastest, it's not the newest, but it might be the most complete driving experience BMW has ever produced. And number 1, the BMW M3 CSL. Take the E46 M3 we just called nearly perfect. Now strip out the sound deadening. Add carbon fiber everywhere possible, including the roof. Retune the S54 engine to make 360 horsepower with a wilder camshaft profile. Sharpen the suspension. Add lightweight racing seats. Fit a carbon fiber airbox that lets the engine breathe like a race car. That's the CSL. Only 1,383 examples were built for the entire world. It is the purest, most focused, most raw M car ever created. And prices have crossed $150,000 for clean examples, with the best examples selling for over $200,000. The CSL isn't just the greatest M car ever made, it's one of the greatest driver's cars ever made, from any manufacturer in any era. That's the list. Every major production M car ranked worst to best. Did I get it right? Is the CSL truly the peak? Or would you put the E30 at the top for its historical importance? Would you rank the E92 above the E46 for that V8? Drop your top 3 in the comments, and try not to yell at me too much for wherever I put your favorite. If you enjoyed this ranking, we're doing the same treatment for the M5 next week. Every M5 generation ranked worst to best. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it. And while you're at it, check out that video on screen where we compared BMW M against Mercedes AMG. Both worth a watch. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.